Meine Damen und Herren, herzlich Parlamentsgebäudetag.
Palazzo del Parlamento,
Palazzo del Parlamento, Schweizer Parlament.
Everybody's talking about Parliament.
That's right. The word parliament is, after all, derived from parler, the French word for to talk.
So while we're here, how about we talk about Parliament? What exactly is the Swiss Parliament anyway?
Parliament is the highest legislative authority. It's called the Federal Assembly. It's one of the three constitutional powers, along with the Federal Council and the courts.
And what exactly does Parliament do? They make new laws, don't they? Can we watch this happen?
Well, yes, but reaching a final decision is a complicated process.
National Council, Council of States, two councils in the same building, and the Federal Council, the national government. It implements these laws.
Exactly. And the courts make sure that these laws really are legitimate. The point of this is...
to make sure no one becomes too powerful.
Spot on.
And for a parliamentary decision to pass, it needs to be approved by both the National Council and the Council of States, right?
That's right.
By my count, there are 46 seats in here.
Exactly. Each canton or state appoints either one or two representatives to this council.
And what about the National Council? That one's got 200 members, right?
And they represent the Swiss electorate. The seats are allocated according to the canton's populations.
So that's why Zurich gets 35 seats.
And some smaller cantons get only one.
So how do these 246 councillors make a new law? Do they just go ahead and start debating and then vote on it afterwards?
No, not quite. The whole process is regulated. The president of their council makes sure everything is done according to the rules.
So what do the members do when Parliament isn't in session?
They attend committee meetings or just do their regular jobs. They aren't full-time politicians, so they still know what everyday life is like for ordinary people. By the way, parliamentary meetings are open to the public. You can follow them live or on the web, or read about them afterwards.
Cool. And what are the national councillors working on today?
They're discussing a bill submitted by one of their committees. Most of the work is done in these small groups. This is where compromises are made, confidentially, behind closed doors.
But how does this work exactly?
Regardless of whether a bill comes from Parliament itself, the Federal Council, a canton, or a popular initiative from an interest group, the committee responsible, and finally both chambers, must discuss each and every bill, until they come to an agreement.
And what happens when one chamber accepts a bill, but the other one rejects it?
If the Council of States votes differently from the National Council, the bill is passed back to the National Council, and then back to the Council of States, and back to the National Council, and then...
Wait, stop! This can't possibly keep going ad infinitum.
No, of course not. If the two chambers can't reach an agreement after 3 debates each, the Conciliation Committee has to find a solution. If they can't find one either, the bill is rejected.
And after all that work has been done, Parliament must also have other things to do apart from this.
Yes, it does. In Switzerland, Parliament elects and checks on the members of the Federal Council and the Federal Supreme Court.
Well, laws obviously don't simply fall into our laps from the dome of the Federal Palace. Say I wanted to get actively involved in this process. What would I have to do?
It's really simple. Join a party and run for Parliament.
Sounds good. I'll remember that. You'll be hearing from me.
Good luck. See you soon in Parliament.